guys, it's us here, Mark Madman, and today we're here with a special podcast, the Madman Podcast Game Awards 2022 edition. It's gonna be spicy. Jeff Keighley dropped the live stream today earlier, and we got our taste of the nominees, what to expect, and I'm pretty hyped. I know CMoney's hyped. Say something. Yeah.
I say something. Yes. So it's going to be a duo.
A duology, yes.
MADMAN and CMoney. So yes, Game Awards 2022 is going live on December 8th.
Yes, you remembered. I forgot.
I didn't
at
forget.
6 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Eastern time.
So our time, 9 p.m. Let's not forget.
All right.
This is exciting.
Let's do it.
Nominees.
I'm just ready to dive right in.
So we're going to start, basically, if you're on their website, we're just going to go through the from top to bottom, but we're going to cut out literally things that we have nothing to say about.
I'm sorry. I don't care about esports. I respect
Whatever
it if you do, but, you know, just not for me. I don't care.
We're just going to keep it 100. We're only going to talk about what we care about.
Yeah, I voted on their website already. You guys should. It's live right now as of the time of recording.
Hey, don't worry. We'll tell you exactly what to vote for.
And if you don't, we'll find you. Just kidding. Okay. Are you ready to begin?
Oh, yeah. Let's start with the big dog, the one that everybody cares about.
The
true battle.
The game of the year.
Game of the year.
In the game of the year category, it's all about recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best across all creative and technical fields. And the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Asobo Studio Focus Entertainment, Elden Ring from Software, Bandai Namco Entertainment, God of War Ragnarok, Santa Monica Studio, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Horizon Forbidden West, Guerrilla Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Stray, Blue 12 Studio, Annapurna Interactive, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Monolith Soft, Nintendo. So,
it's quite the list.
What's your game of the year out of the bunch?
Well, I can tell you right now what's not my game of the year. All the filler bullshit they put in here. So let's start. Let's just call it what it is. We're gonna start at the least likely, right?
Stray.
So Stray,
no chance.
the fuck out of here.
No
Okay,
way.
that needs to get tossed. I played it. I beat it. I thought it was charming. Thought it was cute. Thought it was good.
Game of the year material.
It's not fucking game of the year. If we're talking about little games possibly being game of the year,
indie game of the year,
it would not be Stray. Okay, so that's just 100%. And if you think otherwise, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, and I think the next disappointment on the list is Horizon Forbidden West.
No, I would put that over for and just because game of the year, again, they say the absolute best across creative and technical fields. And Xenoblade Chronicles is held back by the Switch.
It
doesn't rise, but it doesn't rise above it. It's not like Zelda. Zelda. It probably Xenoblade might look better than Zelda technically at this point. I'm not 100% sure. I think Zelda did look better, but it might. It looks in the same ballpark. It's just that the game itself of Zelda Breath of the Wild rose above the technical limitations of the Switch.
Did you see the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom? That looks
it looks stunning. It looks stunning
for a Switch
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm playing that game. I've been playing that game. It's a long ass game. I don't think I'm ever going to beat that game. Do I think it's really good? Yes.
Technical though.
Technically, ass bitch.
At least the voice acting has to be better than Horizon's.
That's true. That's true. But the actual game itself is good. I like the game a lot. It's not game of the year. It doesn't give you the complete package. That game died on the Switch. It should have been on a better system.
They own Monolith Soft, so.
Well, they need to make the goddamn Switch too, and let's get that shit out there.
No, we're all giving Nintendo too much credit. They're probably gonna call it Nintendo Swap. Trying to swap it up. They're probably giving.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? All right,
Nintendo we're dealing with.
Swap the controllers. All right, so that's that, and then now you're at the top 4.
Our next disappointment is.
So Horizon is the one that I would say would be the next runner-up.
Okay.
Again, a game that I still haven't beaten.
It's a gorgeous game considering it's PS5.
In quotes. It's very, very beautiful, but it's not as beautiful
as Elden
as God of War.
Oh, God of War. Oh, that's saying something. God of War still looks like a PS4 game, but enhanced to the max.
I guess it's the details for me that get me with that game.
Mm.
Because I do agree. God of War, maybe I should take that back. I think I'm taking that back.
Yeah.
Horizon does look better. It does as a whole package. I think the game for me is a little boring. That's the reality of it. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be victim to the same thing that it was a victim to when Horizon 1 came out. A better game came out at that same time. So instead of having all the fire, like, oh my God, I finally got Horizon, I want to play Horizon, it was
Elden Ring the second time.
Ugly step sister to Elden Ring.
Oh
I did not want to spend any time with her.
Breath of the Wild, masterpiece. Elden Ring, masterpiece. Horizon, I mean, if you squint, it looks like a masterpiece.
I will say I am super excited for Horizon 3 because I do want to know what the next game of the year is going to be when it releases a week after Horizon 3.
What's the next masterpiece?
Whatever releases after the week after Horizon will be a masterpiece.
Elden Ring 2. Oh, boy.
All right, so that leaves the top 3, which is Elden Ring, God of War, Plague Tale. Now, God of War, I just started playing. It's good. I'm not getting 10 out of 10 vibes. I feel like what I thought I was gonna feel, which is it's more of the same, so it doesn't have the same impact as God of War 1 did. God of War 1 was phenomenal. God of War 2, it's good. It's very good. But I'm already like the first boat section that you go in the boat and you travel and you could just see how much they gamified it.
Oh, like it doesn't look like real.
It doesn't look real. It looks like they made this puzzle area so they can gate you off and you stop at these little hubs that look identical and the same enemies are there and they're just little, you got to get out and open the gate and pull this. It's just, they put it there just to be little puzzles. It lacks imagination and it's already kind of getting old real quick for me. The combat already getting old.
I mean, it's like the same thing. Throw the axe, pull it back.
Yeah, seriously. Like again, it lost its luster from the first one. Again, to be clear, I'm not saying that God of War 2 is bad. The God of War 1 was phenomenal. So this game is phenomenal.
I mean, God of War 5.
But the actual feeling behind it is nowhere near the same.
Yeah.
So
maybe the story will make up for it. That's a big thing. The acting is like Hollywood level, apparently.
But it's good. Again,
it's not abysmal.
It's definitely not. No, it's good. It's nowhere near any verbiage close to bad. But I don't know. I'm just not as impressed. Everything, even the voice acting was so much better back then, I feel. Right now, kind of more the same. There's no standouts outside of the normal. The boy is in like puberty, so his voice is not like, it's not. Look at me. Yeah, it's not like he doesn't have like this great performance. And Kratos is the killer. Like Kratos' performance is amazing.
Christopher Judge.
But again, it's like I don't know. Dang. It's hard to say. It's just not as shiny. You know what I'm saying? It's not that shiny new thing anymore. It's just more of the same. And God of War, the first one, which was amazing, I was tired of by the time I got to the end.
Yes.
So, we did some gameplay of the first hour of God of War, and I was very impressed. But I'm like in hour 2.5, or maybe 3, and I'm like, okay, well,
just hit me with that right here.
Like the battles and stuff are what's cool. It's this meandering around, going from little puzzle to little puzzle. Oh. I'm not into it.
Kratos, look, another
I'm gonna finish it, but it's not. It's telling you,
good work, son.
It's not that. It's not like.
It's not
crazy.
All that.
So for me, the reality is that Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok are going to be the top 2 on everybody's mind.
Everyone.
God of War Ragnarok has 10 different. What is it?
Nominations.
Nominations. Yeah, 10 different nominations. Wow. Elden Ring only has 7. Now, A Plague Tale Requiem. I'm glad it's on this list.
I mean, it
deserves to be on this list. I beat that game. That game was awesome. That game was a huge step up from part 1. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this game took part 1, which was an amazing game, and it expanded it in creative ways that made it better, graphically better, and this is a small team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's like not like a massive team like Santa Monica Studio.
Yeah, Santa Monica's huge, but this is not that big of a team. But they made it so much more beautiful. The acting, maybe that's why God of War has lost his luster a little bit for me, because the acting in A Plague Tale is so good. So good. The feeling that you feel when you play, oh my God, it's so good. But Plague Tale 100% deserves to be there. Me personally, it would be between Elden Ring and A Plague Tale, not an Elden Ring and God of War. But we know that that's the reality.
It's gonna win.
So Elden Ring, though, I mean, I could tell you right now, I'm like 2.5 hours into God of War.
All right.
And I'm already like
tired of it.
I'm not tired of it. I'm gonna keep playing it. But the excitement is not there.
Like it's not hype or anything.
No,
like, oh boy, wait!
I mean, the battles are hype, right? When you get to the battles, they're hype. When you get to big cutscene moments, hype.
All right.
I just feel like the filler,
it's just unnecessary. It ruins it.
It's not that dope. So Elden Ring, for me, is the easy vote for Game of the Year.
I mean, it is one of the highest rated Metacritic games of all time. And when it came out, it was the number 1 or number 2. But, I mean, it went down over time, probably because some review bombs from toxic people. But still, in general, it's pretty dang high up there. It's unanimously beloved. And and it's from the guy who created the world is the one who made Game of Thrones and all of that stuff. So, even if you're a fan of Game of Thrones or if you're just like that, like looking for a game that'll knock your socks off, well, here it is.
Well, Elden Ring is all about the gameplay and that world building, dude. The world that you travel through in that game, it's just second to none,
unparalleled.
And honestly, I know that people who play like Dark Souls and like the other From Software games, Bloodborne, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played them, but I've never gotten deep into them. I think the one that I got most into was Sekiro, but even that, I got to the first boss, the real one on the big horse out in the open field. It took me forever. I finally beat him. When I beat him, I felt like I beat the game and I was done. And that's it. I didn't want to go further. So that was the end of that game for me. It didn't draw me closer, like make me want to play more. Elden Ring was a game that I only bought for hype.
Yeah,
because everybody was hyping up this game. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. And they had a dope ass collector's edition. So I was like, all right, I'll get the collector's edition so I can get the cool ass statue and I could be a part of the
hype.
Be part of the hype. And it's my favorite game of the year.
Possibly of all time.
Easy. One of my favorite games of all time for sure. It was easily in my top 10 of all time games.
Elden Ring versus Halo. Fist fight.
Well, no, Halo is always going to be the GOAT, but it's not because of not because of the actual games. It's because of what Halo means to me, right? It can never be surpassed. It's ingrained forever.
Yeah.
But as a game, Elden Ring is up there with Cyberpunk, with The Witcher, all those games.
Does Elden Ring beat Cyberpunk?
As a game, like if I'm gonna break it up into how it might beat it, is as a game, it beats it. Cyberpunk, I love the story, the characters, the world.
Now, Elden Ring, it was a great game in general. However, the story, while it was good, it wasn't mind-blowing or anything.
Well, it's a different type of story. So it's not a cinematic story where they're telling you like a movie type story.
Watching a Hollywood movie or something.
Yeah, this is more of a gamer story where you're getting lore and the lore matters and it means something. And I enjoyed every bit of lore that I, saw and, was able to experience. So Elden Ring, it's just a masterclass, man. There's no way to announce, there's no other way to think about it. It did something unique. It put you in a world that you can go anywhere, challenge it, take on the challenges however you want it. And honestly, I played that game for like 150 hours.
Oof.
And I did not want to stop. The only reason I stopped was because Halo Season 2 multiplayer was coming out on May 3rd, I believe, or something like that.
Roughly.
Something like that.
All
and
right.
I knew I wanted to beat the game. so that I can play Halo, because again, like I said, Halo is my first love. And I had already put enough time into Elden Ring that I was like, okay, I gotta switch. But by far, one of my favorite games ever. I think most people are gonna find that when they're sitting down to vote, that what they're gonna remember the most is Elden Ring.
I think so too. I voted for Elden Ring. Who would have guessed it? Now, best game direction. This is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Yeah, this is basically just
the same list.
Nearly. Obviously this Elden Ring, From Software, Bandai Namco Entertainment, God of War Ragnarok, Santa Monica Studio.
Just do the names, because we already know these. That's fine.
Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, ooh, Half Mermaid, new name, and Stray. Okay, so what's your choice?
All right, so I mean, obviously for me, it's the same thing, right? You take out Stray. Immortality, to be fair, I heard a lot about that game. I did not get a chance to play it. It was on my list of games to eventually play. I think it was on Game Pass, but I did not get a chance to play it.
What kind of game is it?
I think it's a movie, like a live action like type game.
Yeah. Like The Observer or Quantum Break?
No, like physically people.
Yeah, I know it's about live action.
Yeah. So, but I think that's the whole game. Immortality. I think it's the same guy who made Her Story or whatever.
I've heard that.
It's like you're putting together a murder mystery or what happened to her. She disappeared. She was a famous actress, something like that. I believe that one's it. I could be wrong.
So there has to be gameplay in Immortality or something.
No, I think you're literally just picking scenes and you're scrubbing through scenes to find clues and all this other shit.
Okay.
That's why I think ultimately I kind of didn't keep going with it. But I mean, Horizon Forbidden West, you're in the same boat. You're just there because you have to submit more than 2 games, right? I mean, that's just the reality. Yeah. So again, you're going to come down to the same thing. It's going to be God of War and Elden Ring. And for all the same reasons why Elden Ring is the game of the year, is the same reason why it should win best game direction. The outstanding creative vision, check. Innovation in game direction and design, check and check.
Flawless. I picked the same thing. All right, best narrative. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
This one's going to be...
This is a obvious one. A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
So this one, I think God of War is going to win.
Hey, yo.
But I'm going to vote for A Plague's Tale.
A Plague Tale? Okay.
Yes, because the acting, the story was so good in A Plague's Tale, and it was the focus of the game. Mm-hmm. So to be clear, it was the reason you were playing the game. You didn't play the game and then get to the story. The story was the game. You were going through the story, playing the game, experiencing it all. It was phenomenal. So far, again, in God of War, the beginning, first hour, super strong. Super duper strong.
What, God of War?
Yeah, God of War. Super strong. If the game was just that, nonstop, taking me from beat to beat and just let's get through this story, it would have easily been my top choice. But the filler so far is driving on the boat and just
you're random just puzzles.
Literally, you're paddling on the boat, and every once in a while they're talking about something, but it's so mundane, and it doesn't control very well the boat, so it's kind of like half-assed. There's like these little tunnels that it's like, oh, look at that little space. Can we fit?
Oh my God.
And whatever angle you approach it in, and you press circle, it takes control and like straightens out the boat. And then for no reason whatsoever, they lay back. They lay down in the boat to fit underneath, and the boat's just going, but nobody's paddling.
What?
So nobody's moving it, but it's just going under the fucking tunnel for no reason. That's like shit like that. It's just like, what am I watching here? And then, and it's always now like it's these puzzles. Like I'll freeze the water to do this, and like, come on, man, this is God of War.
Where's the war?
Not God of puzzles.
Oh my!
You know what I'm saying? Like story, action. That's where we need to live. Every once in a while, give me a puzzle. This is so far after that first hour. It's like puzzle world, bro. It's constantly puzzles, man. And there's nothing wrong with a good puzzle, but I'm losing interest. And look, honestly, after I get through this part, it's probably going to take me to this amazing area that's going to be so dope. And then when I'm talking, then I'll be like, man, this is so cool. But it's like I don't want that feeling. I just want to play through it and be happy the whole time, having fun the whole time. And right now, it's not really doing it for me. So this one here, I'm voting for Plague's Tale.
All right.
When it comes to like story and stuff for Horizon, oh my God. It's barely passable.
Okay. Next up, Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, Stray. Okay, we're starting to get to the same names kind of.
Yeah, it's constantly the same thing at this point.
Well, we got Scorn this time.
We did get Scorn, and Scorn is a disgustingly beautiful game. But it's gonna sound like a broken record.
Elden Ring, the masterpiece that it is.
Let me tell you something. Elden Ring is stunning. Artistically speaking, it's stunning. What they do with the world, with all the different environments, the architecture, the enemies, the enemy design, the boss designs, the boss play, the gameplay, how they move, how they attack, the patterns that you got to learn, and oh my God. It's an amazing game.
Unparalleled.
It's really on its own level. It's really on its own level. And I really hope that people don't get blinded by this recency bias.
Oh my God.
Say God of War should win all this
2018,
stuff.
remember the infamous God of War versus Red Dead Redemption 2?
That got robbed, bro. Red Dead was in a league of its own, bro. It was in a league of its own. But I think that it was more divisive because there was a lot of people who didn't like the slower pace of it and the intricacies of going through each drawer to pick things up, look at it, grab it.
Yeah.
People didn't like that. I loved it, but I get how it can get lost.
Yeah, the first one is literally just like, what if GTA was in the Wild West?
Yeah. They took Red Dead to a whole nother level, and it's a masterpiece. 100%. For sure, it was better than God of War, but that God of War was very new, and it was also very amazing. So I can see there a little easier how somebody might be like, all right, let's give it to God of War. Yeah, I get it. Here, nah, man. It ain't
There's
it, Jack.
no timeline where that's acceptable.
It's great game, phenomenal game. Better than vast majority of games that came out this year, but it ain't better than Elden Ring.
All right. Yeah, I picked Scorn because I hadn't seen a game like that ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely unique for sure. But I guess we didn't get that far into it.
I mean, I don't know. The game itself, I think, is kind of
it's just not for us.
It excels in its atmosphere. I'll give it that.
Yeah, the atmosphere's beautiful.
All right.
The graphics are beautiful. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah. Best score in music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. A Plague Tale Requiem. Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok. Metal Hellsinger. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3. What's your pick?
Well, I'll tell you right now. You can't play a game for 150 hours and not want to rip your ears off if the score and the music was not top of the line.
It's referring to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, right? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Elden Ring.
Oh. Oh, shoot, that's 150. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, Elden Ring's your pick?
So, Xenoblade Chronicles does not have, like, memorable music. Not to me.
Huh.
I've played it for, I don't know, I'm at like 15, 20 hours now.
And there's not like, oh, shoot, that track's on. Let's blast the music.
Well, I mean, I don't do that for most things, but it's not sitting in my head when I'm playing like, oh, this is a really good.
Not like how like Breath of the Wild, like even though you might not put it on by your own, you kind of get into the zone when music plays.
Yeah, I feel like Elden Ring takes the place for that. God of War has a dope soundtrack, but it is
Really?
not. Yeah, but it's in the way that it's just retreading ground, right? It's all the same stuff from 2018.
Oh my God! So they're recycling.
Well, I mean, it's probably not the same exact music, but it's the same theme, right? It's like Halo, right? It's like me saying that Halo Infinite has the best musical score. Like, no, bro, it's the same fundamental type of music since Halo 1, right? They do some changes. Not that it's bad, but it's just more of the same. And I think when you're talking about 2022 game of the year, it should be something that's unique about 2022. Not retread from 2018.
Well, if you probably want, I mean, what Metal Hellsinger? That sounds unique. But
Well, so Metal Hellsinger is a banger of a game. That shit is fun, and if you got the headsets on and you're timing the shots with the music, and you fucking start doing the combos, I'm not a heavy metal
guy.
but when you're playing that game, I'm fucking into it and just nodding my head, going ham, killing bad guys. It's really, really good. But it's more of an experience than anything, right? Like I don't play that game saying I'm gonna go and I need to get to the end of this game. I need to find out what's happening. No, I just
it's like a theme park ride.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Whoa, that was fun.
I played it to experience it, and I experienced it, and it was really, really good. And that's it.
All right. Next one. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward Activision. Yup, Call of Duty was actually nominated. It's been a while. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West.
So, I would say this. I have not played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the game proper. I did play the beta for a long time.
It's a beautiful game.
It's a beautiful game. And the thing is that the audio on that game serves a different purpose than audio in these other games.
All right.
Right? So the audio in the other games, they're just giving you sound so that you can enjoy the sound.
All right.
Okay. Whether it's making a poignant, point on a
stab
on
sound.
a well,
sound.
no, like on an impactful moment or something like that, right? Like the music swells, does all this fun stuff, right? Call of Duty, the sound design has a distinct purpose to pinpoint where these people are. If somebody's turning a corner, if somebody's outside the building, somebody's inside the building, somebody's above you, somebody's downstairs, like the sound has so much more to do than I think any of these other games do. And it does it so well. So I did not play the actual game, but I can only imagine based off of just the beta alone that that's going to be amplified. So for me personally, I'm going to do Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Because I just feel like the in-game sound in my mind is going to be Call of Duty all the way.
Yeah, I don't remember what I even picked for this one. I think I might have picked Gran Turismo 7 for pity, but all right.
I'm voting right now as we're doing this.
Oh, fire.
Yep.
All right. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion and or performance capture. Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West. Charlotte McBurney, A Plague Tale Requiem. Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok. Man Engage, Immortality. Sonny Suljic, God of War Ragnarok. What's your pick?
Okay, so I can tell you right now who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Ashley Birch, and it's not going to be Sonny Suljic. So
overhyped.
By default, I feel like the Immortality Man Engage is probably really good. But I didn't play that game.
I mean, that's cheating.
I know Christopher Judge.
I mean, he did a great job as Kratos.
He did a very, very good job as Kratos. But again, okay, if I'm gonna judge it for one thing, I gotta judge it across the board. I don't think he sounds any different.
True.
Than God of War 2018.
Well, I mean,
he did great back then. It's the same thing now. I don't feel. I mean, they are trying to show us some of the softer sides, but even then, it's just more of the same. Not that he's not having any nuance, because I believe he does. But I would say that Charlotte McBurney from A Plague Tale Requiem has stepped up her acting from the first game to this game.
Okay.
I honestly, the acting in that game is so good. Like the voice acting, the physical acting, it really is top notch. I'm going with A Plague Tale.
All right. Good choice. I picked Christopher Judge for Kratos. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. A Memoir Blue, Cloisters Interactive. As Dusk Falls, Interior Night. Citizen Sleeper, Jump Over the Age. Ending, Extinction is Forever, Hero Beat Studios. Hindsight, Team Hindsight. I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, Northway Games. Okay, what's your pick?
Well, I didn't play any of this. Except,
whoa.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Except for As Dusk Falls.
That was very good.
And I will say that game was amazing. And it was an Xbox.
The Xbox.
Xbox Game Studio. No, Xbox Games Publishing game. And it was well deserved. That game was phenomenal.
All right. Yeah, I picked the same thing. Best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Apex Legends, Respawn Entertainment. Destiny 2, Bungie. Final Fantasy 14, Creative Business Unit 3. What a disgusting name.
It literally says Square Enix over here.
Creative Business Unit 3.
Oh, I'm looking at the actual.
Oh, okay, I see.
So Square Enix.
Fortnite, Epic Games, and Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse.
All right, so this is easy for me.
Obviously for me.
Because I don't play Genshin Impact. I played it in the beginning and I dropped off. Final Fantasy 14, never played it. Destiny 2 was phenomenal, but I never got drawn into that loop of
do it again.
Grinding.
Oh my god.
I love the game. I love the gameplay. They're ex-Halo developers. They're phenomenal, but never got drawn in. Apex Legends had me locked. I think I have like 700 hours.
Jeez.
700 hours in the PC version alone, plus the Xbox and the other versions.
Yeah.
But that was when it first came out.
Yeah.
So I played it so much when it first came out for a few years, or a couple years, and then
just not enough, you know.
It just fell off. Fortnite
got my vote.
Fortnite's getting my vote, and the reason being is because we played it a little bit when it first came out, but it didn't. I was not a fan of the building.
Oh yeah.
So I never really liked it like that. Like I enjoyed the game for what it was, but I never liked the building. Now, dude, Zero Build? Come on, man.
I mean,
it's fucking phenomenal.
It's like play any of these other games, but you get to be Master Chief. You get to be Darth Vader. Rick, you could be Darth Vader. I think I said Darth Vader twice. Already. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. You can be Goku, John Wick, Naruto, Kratos.
Whoever you buy. It's really a phenomenal game. They struck gold with this idea. It really was like next level design.
I think that no other game even evolves or has like a story like Fortnite. Like it's one of the things that it doesn't have a story, but if you take a time to watch the cutscenes for new chapters, or just see how the map just builds over time.
Yeah, they just changed the world.
It's honestly astounding if you look at it really closely how they kept it. It's a pretty consistent story, and you don't even know what's happening really.
Yeah,
that just makes it impressive.
It's really impressive. I really enjoy playing it. Especially playing with you guys. It's so cool that we could all just kind of hop into a squad and go, wreck shit. It's fun. So Fortnite gets our vote.
Same here. All right. Best indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Cult of the Lamb, Massive Monster, Neon White, Angel Matrix, Sifu, Slow Clap, Stray, Blue 12 Studio, Tunic, Tunic team. All right, what do you think?
So I didn't play Cult of the Lamb.
All
I
right.
didn't play Neon White.
Neon White's such a vibe, though. Like, I didn't play any of them, but I picked it because I was like, dang, but it looks so fire.
So Sifu is only on PlayStation, and I didn't feel like buying it. I figured that they'll give it to us at some point.
PlayStation Plus. It's
Either
bound to
PlayStation
happen.
Plus or it'll come to Xbox Game Pass, or one of the other subscriptions, Humble Bundle or something like that would give it to us. So I didn't. It's not like it wasn't that popping that I was like,
Oh
I
my
must
God.
drop everything to go play it. So I didn't play it. Tunic, I liked it.
It's basically if
played
you
a
played
little
Zelda
while.
and you were
Yeah.
like, man, this really needs a fox in it, you know?
Yeah, I played it. I enjoyed it a little bit. I didn't play too much. It was all right. I don't think that type of game really calls me too much. It was cool to play for a while. But Stray, I beat. Stray, I finished the whole game. Stray had me engaged. So of all the indie games that are on this list, that's the only game that called me to beat it, and they gave it to me for free.
I mean,
and I enjoyed it. So
thanks, PlayStation.
I'm going Stray.
Yep. All right. That's pretty fire. Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device. Apex Legends, Lightspeed Studios. Oh, Apex Legends Mobile. Sorry, there's a difference. Diablo Immortal, Blizzard. Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse. Marvel Snap, Second Dinner Studios. Tower of Fantasy, Hada Studio. What's your pick?
So Apex Legends is dope. But I don't really play it there. Genshin Impact, I never really
It's
played
Genshin
mobile.
Impact.
Marvel Snap is all the craze right now. I never touched it and don't have a
It's
desire
like a
to.
card-like game.
Yeah, I'm not a big. I don't like the card games. Tower of Fantasy, no idea what that is. But what I do know is I played the F out of Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
Got the battle pass when it came out. Beat that.
You still playing it?
No, I played until the story
Concluded?
ended for the most part. I think it was like level 60 or whatever it is.
Oh, fire.
So whatever that story, the last piece of that story was, I didn't do any end game stuff. I got there and that was the end.
Well, we know who's playing Diablo 4.
Ooh, I'm very excited for Diablo 4.
Nice.
But I'm giving my vote for Diablo.
Fire. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates, patches. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky from Hello Games.
Man, you know, No Man's Sky, they're troopers, bro. Like, they got destroyed when they first came out. And they just been, like, making their game. They release updates constantly. I wish I can get into it. But it's like a creative game. Like, it's a freedom game where you could just
Do what you want.
do whatever you want. Like, I think there's a story, but it's not the main thing. And I don't know what it is, man. For the life of me, I can't make my own fun.
Oh, you need someone to be like, hey, play with this ball.
Like, I
boy.
need that. Well, not just play with. See, I can't play with the ball. I need to play basketball or catch. I can't create something in my head to go entertain myself, and that's what this is. I can't go into this world and it's like you can do all these things because then I do nothing. I need to know, hey, you need to go mine this or go do this because that's the way you progress the story. That I can do. This is just a game that I don't think I can get into. I did get into it when it first came out, but
I get it.
I can't go back. It's too big. It doesn't end.
I hate when it happens. Like Minecraft, back in my early days as a youngin', I used to love Minecraft. Holy cow. But now, you go into the game, it's a whole different game. Emotions, apparently they have expressions now. There's a mine store. Like, it's like a whole new game. And I'm like, whoa, back off, buddy. I'm scared, you know? So I know.
Yeah, they keep evolving. They evolve past you. And if you don't stick with it, it's just like so much shit. So yeah, so needless to say, for me, I'm in the same boat again. I think Fortnite deserves the vote.
Yeah, me too.
I like No Man's Sky for their accomplishments, but Fortnite for the
They
win.
just got Bruce Campbell in a Fortnite. I mean, come on. Innovation and accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, Terrible Toy Box, The Last of Us Part 1, Naughty Dog, and The Quarry, Supermassive Games. What's your vote?
This one's hard because this is not like, let's call it what it is. This is about accessibility.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that requires accessibility.
Yeah.
So I would not have tried or tested any of the things that would be used for
I
it.
picked The Last of Us because I heard it had like 70 options or some like obscene number.
Yeah,
Like,
but supposedly I think God of War has something similar as us. I think all these games have similar shit. I would do this. I'm gonna say
Russian roulette.
that I'm gonna look past the game, and I'm gonna dive deeper into the studio and the company, and I'm gonna vote for As Dusk Falls. And the reason being
Okay.
is because Xbox has been leading the way for accessibility across the board,
Yeah.
from not only its games but its hardware.
They did make a controller.
They made that adaptive controller. They have a whole bunch of different features, and they are very vocal about it, right? So they're out there preaching this out to the world about accessibility. And so I'm going to give my vote to them. And that's why I'm voting for As Dusk Falls.
That is fire. I say that a lot. I just realized that.
You do.
Best virtual reality or augmented reality. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. After the Fall, Vertigo Games, Among Us VR, Shell Games, Moss, Book 2, Polyarch, and Red Matter 2, Vertical Robot.
Did you
What's
say
your
Bone
choice?
Lab?
What?
Did you say Bone Lab?
Moss, Book 2?
No, but did you say Bone Lab?
Oh my god, Bone Lab. I forgot about poor Bone Lab. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Bone Lab. Mr.
So-
Bones. Bone Lab stress level 0.
So I have not played any of these. But word on the street is that Bone Lab is pretty amazing.
Really?
Yeah. That's like super realistic, is like really dope. So I'm gonna vote Bone Lab. But again, there's no real skin in the game here.
Virtual reality, we're still in that Peach Fuzz phase where it's almost like playing PS1 games. It's like most of them are just technical experiments.
Well, I tried I put it on the other day for a short amount of time, and I played the Darth Vader
Oh, I heard
Immortal demo.
that. Fire, yeah. That's good.
It was really, really good. Super short, but really, really good.
Dang.
So I do like it. It's like
Yeah.
not a normal thing. It's like every once in the blue moon, like, oh, I'll put on a headset.
Yeah. VR is very hit or miss. A lot of them are miss, but there are some hits. Like, obviously, we had Astrobot Rescue Mission, the earliest example. We've had Half-Life Alyx that blew us all away.
That was
So-
that actually is really good. I have never beat it, but I
That was
played
the
it for a little
first
while.
and only VR game to be nominated for Game of the Year, so that's saying something. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. Bayonetta 3, Platinum Games, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge Tribute Games. What's your
I'm
pick?
gonna go Call of Duty
Hey,
Modern Warfare 2.
all right.
Bayonetta 3. We did a
Little gameplay.
Doodles
video
Never
of
Have
that.
Ever on it,
Mm.
and we played it that time.
Mhm.
Literally never touched it again.
So you're not too into it, are you?
It's not by choice. It's not calling me.
I get
And
it.
there's nothing that's telling me, hey, grab my Switch so I can go play that game.
I mean, I know I'm gonna play when I get it, but I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and it looks worse than Devil May Cry 5, which that Not only was it a great game, but a gorgeous game at that.
Stunning game. Which again, maybe that's the thing, dude. Like I'm telling you, I'm not joking when I talk shit about Nintendo. I'm not joking. I'm not doing it to be facetious. These graphics are not
up to par.
It's not up to par, man. Like I don't want to spend my fucking time looking at the screen that looks like shit.
I mean, I bet you Bayonetta 3 is a great game. Heck, it might be better than Devil May Cry 5. Who knows? But the visuals, no way. I see the first trailer, like it looks better now, but the first trailer was good, abysmal. Like I don't know if you remember the first trailer, bro.
Well, I probably not, but it looks good, but it's just not like
wow.
I don't know. It's just not like it's Bayonetta 3. It should be bombastic. It should be beautiful. It should be stunning, and it's stuck on the fucking Switch, man.
I mean, at least on trailers, I felt like Bayonetta 2 looked better. It had more pizzazz, and I don't know if you remember Bayonetta. Well,
because they were less ambitious. So because they were less ambitious with certain things, they were able to put more energy into the graphics. But with Bayonetta 3, they're doing more. They're trying to do more, which taxes the engine more, which means they can't put as much into the graphics. So when things are super up close, they look very good. But as soon as they pull away, man, it's like fucking PlayStation 2 era graphics, dude. And it's like, God, man, I can't.
It's obnoxious.
I can't. I don't have the desire. Can't do it.
But I mean, the funny thing is that you're right. Like, but the Switch, Nintendo, I don't know, because they're so weak, but Nintendo knows how to handle their hardware. You remember Luigi's Mansion 3?
Yeah, but they don't make realistic games. You know what I'm saying? So they make cartoons. That's what they know how to do. It looks like a CG game. Like Luigi's Mansion 3.
It looks like a Pixar movie.
It's stunning. And it does. Like, it looks great. But as soon as you want to make something realistic, look at Xenoblade Chronicles. That's a first-party game.
Yeah, but...
and it looks like shit. I mean, that's just the reality of it. There's no sugarcoating the shit, man. I played it for a while. That's another game that doesn't keep... Like, that's a fun game. I love the acting. I love the story. I love everything. But it's like, dude, I got to look at it. Gaming is visual. You know what I'm saying? And, like... People are caught up on like the retro aspect on things, like Nintendo NES looking graphics and all this stuff.
I don't know how to feel about that.
But it's not true because they're not actually doing Nintendo graphics.
If you want real NES graphics,
they're doing animations that couldn't be done in the Nintendo era. Yeah. So they're going above and beyond what was capable back then, and that's what makes it like, oh wow, look at this. This is unique. This looks good.
Like one of the nominees, Shredder's Revenge, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like that game, it looks like an arcade game, but compare that to Shredder's Revenge and Turtles in Time, like their animations are day and night.
Oh yeah,
the characters are so alive,
different. So much better. So that's the thing. It's a very different situation. I just can't with Bayonetta, man. I just can't.
Well, I mean, hopefully you can maybe get past it and play the game for what it is. I mean, got amazing reviews. Maybe the story will get you there at the end, and the music is.
The problem is getting into the game. I got to pick it up to play it.
True.
And when I have all these other games that are calling me, it's like, what am I going to do? Go play this game that's not calling me? Let me force myself to play something to hope that I like it?
That's your punishment game. If you're bad, you can play Bayonetta 3.
It's not a bad game. It's just, again, there's better shit to play, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Fortnite, dude.
Oh, wow, okay. All right.
Serious.
The live service game. All right, let's see. Next up, action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Tunic.
This is easy for me.
A Plague Tale.
Easy. Why? Because the combat that they did, I actually really liked it. She's not a killer, crazy person with a big ass gun or a big ass sword. She has her sling. She has her crossbow. You have to be creative. You have to use the tools that you have to, drop their shields.
Isn't there rats in the game?
Yep, rats. Eventually, you can control them.
Jesus.
There's a lot of different things, and the decisions you make matter. God of War, man, I'm telling you, even though I'm unlocking more stuff, I'm already getting bored. Like I'm dreading the battles. It's like, all right, tap, tap, tap. Let's get this through. Come on, let's get over this.
Even that,
so I can get to
with
the
all
end.
the masterpiece reviews, that was a thing. They were saying that the combat, it could get repetitive.
Listen, let me tell you something. If God of War was made by Xbox, it would not have all perfect 10s.
Oh,
Fact.
no way.
Fact. 100%.
It'll be like,
the identical game on the Xbox, 8.5.
maybe,
for sure.
Yeah. That's being
8.5.
generous.
8.5 to 9 if you want to be fancy. But 8.5 is where it belongs. That's just the reality.
All right.
Yeah,
Best.
so Plague Tale Requiem, they combine everything. Transversal was good. Puzzle solving was good. The combat was puzzle solving. It was really good. The whole thing was
All right.
top notch.
Best role-playing game. For the best game designed with rich player customer character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
So
I think I know your answer.
My answer is Elden Ring, but
No shit.
yeah, it's just because I didn't play any of these other ones.
But to make it interesting,
I like Pokemon a lot, but it's not better than Elden Ring.
But
And I like Xenoblade, but it's not better than Elden Ring.
But let's just to give it a little
why don't
more.
you tell me your pick and why you did it?
Well, I was gonna pick Live Alive because
so
it
why?
had, not only does it the Switch problem, it does again.
It doesn't
it's
affect
not,
that one because that one's built for
It's got a beautiful
the limitations
look.
of the graphics.
Yeah, it's a remake of a very old Super Nintendo game that never actually, well, Famicom game that never came to the States or anywhere outside Japan. And I think that this is a perfect redemption story. It's very like, it's an anthology. Basically, you play through multiple perspectives that ultimately lead to one epic conclusion that brings it all together and ties it with a bow. And the different, like, you'd expect it to get old, but the beauty is that with the different storylines, they're so different that they honestly could all stand on their own, and they keep everything fresh. It's a 20+ hour game, which I mean that could be long if you're not interested. But honestly, that was never like oh god, what am I doing now? Let me just get to the end, because there's like every chapter is what 2.5 hours. One of them was even like less than an hour, like 40-50 minutes, but the different perspectives, it keeps it fresh, and not to mention the combat systems are usually different. Like obviously there's there's one chapter where like you're pathetically weak, but you grow stronger like a typical RPG. But then there's the one where like it's in Imperial China and you're like this Chinese master and you basically like blast through enemies. And it's only till the end that you actually see some real challenge. But it's a story that pushed it forward. You're training basically future masters. And then there's even one in the Wild West, which that one's the most unique fighting system because you use guns and only guns. So depending on your position on the map and what angle you are at the enemy, you could use different gun ranges and different gun types and how close you are, how far you are that impacts it. It's very well done, and I think it was very enjoyable.
Really good.
So
I mean, you beat it.
I just beat it. Yes.
I mean, look, that's ultimately one of the biggest gauges of how much you actually like something, right? If it keeps calling you to play, right? You had other games.
Yeah.
You have many games. You have many options, but
it was this or Fire Emblem.
You kept going back to that game.
And I beat it.
And you kept going and you beat it. So obviously that did it for you. I never played it, but I would say the same feeling you have for that is what I have for Elden Ring. So
I mean, other than the name being fucking horrendous, other than that, everything was great. So, you know.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. What's next?
Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat, DNF Duel, Arc System Works, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R, CyberConnect 2, The King of Fighters, 15, SNK, Multiverses, Player First Games, and Sifu, Slow Clap. What's your pick?
I think I'm going to do Multiverses. I haven't really
picked the same thing.
I never played Sifu. I'm sure the fighting in Sifu is dope.
DNF Duel, I didn't even know what that was. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if you're a JoJo fan, that's cool, but other than that, why? The King of Fighters 15, that's kind of like those games that you don't even know they still exist, but they still make them. And, yeah, Multiverses. I like Multiverses a lot. For a game that's a Smash clone, it's the best out of the Smash clones.
Yeah, it was fun. But it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, it's never going to.
Yeah, it lost. Like, it became super popular when it came out, and you don't hear about it anymore at all, really.
Because it doesn't have anything that's unique to it that is going to keep people hooked besides the characters. But
And microtransactions.
yeah, see, Smash Brothers, if I want to play that type of game, play Smash Brothers. I mean, Multiverses is cool. Maybe we'll try it on a MADMAN Plays or something and see how we like it all together. But I don't know. Not like...
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. Best family. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Hall Laboratory. Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Traveler's Tales. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. Ubisoft, Milan. I probably said that wrong. Nintendo Switch
Milan.
Sports. That one. Nintendo EPD. And Splatoon 3. Nintendo EPD.
So,
What'd you pick?
I didn't even realize Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope came out.
Now, I remember the first game, and I thought it was good. Like, I liked it.
I liked it a lot, actually.
I thought it was a good game. It's one of the worser looking games when you look at it from the Switch library. Like, even for the cartoonish look, it doesn't look too great. However, and I didn't know how to feel about this. Like, I was hoping that after Mario plus Rabbids, they'd use the Rabbids and then maybe like a Zelda plus Rabbids, maybe even like a Star Fox plus Rabbids. Get creative with it and just mash them up together. Mario plus Rabbids 2, I thought I'm sure it was gonna be great, but I was like, it's not the most exciting. However, I saw gameplay of the game because it was on TV, and it's a huge step up from the first game. Like, it looks so much better, so much fun. It looks so much better. The animations are much nicer. Graphically, it's a 180. It looks like everything the first one was meant to be, and sort of was, and made it 100 times better. No joke. And I'm actually excited for it now.
I definitely want to play it. I beat the first one. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it. I think the thing that threw me off is that they changed the battle system.
Yeah,
and this is the same thing. They actually did the same exact thing for South Park.
Oh,
Stick of Truth, and then
it was never turn-based. Yeah, Stick of Truth
absolutely was turn-based.
No. I'm talking about Mario plus Rabbids. That was not a turn-based game. It was
no. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that they're identical. I'm saying that the Stick of Truth had one battle system.
Yeah,
and then the
Fracture Butthole
changed everything, which threw me off. I beat the first one. The second one I didn't beat. Like, I feel like they didn't evolve it. They changed it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are very different things. Like, if I like a game and 90% of the game I'm doing is battling, and then you take away the thing that I really like the most, it's like, all right, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? So, not that this is bad. I might play it and love it, but I don't have the desire to play it like I thought I would. I'm going to go Splatoon 3.
Yeah,
because it's the only one out of the list that we actually play as a family.
Yeah, I picked the same thing.
Kirby might as well be called Kirby is a Forgotten Game.
Geez, I completely forgot about that game.
Yeah, dude. That shit came out. It was supposed to be a big drastic, like, oh my God, like Mario Odyssey, but they didn't go all the way.
No, it's still level based. It's basically Mario 3D World, but Kirby. Yeah. It's open world, but it's not like Mario 64.
It's good, but not that good. So
all right.
This is where we start. This one, who the fuck cares?
Best simulation strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Dune Spice Wars. What the kind of name is that?
I have no idea.
Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's a simulation. Oh, strategy. Yeah, that's true. Total Warhammer 3. Total War Warhammer 3. 2 Point Campus. Victoria 3. I'm going with Mario plus Rabbids on default.
I'm going with Mario.
All right. Best sports racing game. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. F1 22, Codemasters. FIFA 23, EA Vancouver. NBA 2K23, Visual Concepts. Gran Turismo 7, Polyphony Digital. Ollie World, huh?
Polyphony.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ollie World, Roll 7. What's your choice? Pick the poison.
So, Gran Turismo 7 is fucking boring. I keep trying to play it.
Bland.
It's so bland. The graphics are bland. Yes, they're nice, but they're bland. They're not alive. I don't feel...
It's not like when you play Horizon, like Forza Horizon. That is undeniably live.
Dude, Forza 7, which is older than Gran Turismo 7, way older, is more alive when you drive it. It's just the feeling, the music, the atmosphere. It's all Gran Turismo's
Gran Turismo is like
it's fine. I play it. I mean, I've played it. I'm going through their little challenges or whatever, but
yeah, Gran Turismo 7 is the most racing game of all time. It's a racing game.
yeah,
That's
that's I don't know. I'm not a fan, like huge fan. I'm gonna go NBA 2K23, just because I like
Michael
basketball
Jordan edition.
and
Yeah.
it's they always knock it out the park. I haven't played one seriously in a long time, but
That's
they're
true.
good though.
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Blizzard, Splatoon 3, Nintendo EPD, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge tribute games. What's your pick?
Call of Duty.
All right. Okay. Content Creator of the Year.
I don't even know these people, bro.
I picked.
I'm gonna pick Nebellion.
Yep, Mob Psycho guy.
That's who you picked?
I don't remember who I picked.
The anime guy?
Yeah.
He's on Twitter. That's why I know him.
Yeah, what's his
And
name?
he quit Twitter.
Yeah, Mob from Mob Psycho or something like that.
Who? What are you talking about?
No, the guy, his icon, that's Mob
Oh, his
from Mob
picture.
Psycho.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But Nebellion, the guy, he quit Twitter because
Verification?
no, because he put a lot of energy into it. He needed to start making some money, and he started a Patreon, and people signed up, but then they canceled it, and
Of course.
so he just felt underappreciated. So he quit, and now
it's done forever.
But look, it's just the same thing, right? When somebody leaves, now you
want him back?
now you honor him, right?
Of course.
So he quit. So now let's try to make him the content creator of the year.
It's like how
He's not making money off of it, so he doesn't give a
that's
shit
true.
about it.
It's like how they make monuments and do backflips and celebrations after the person dies. Like you could.
Well, he didn't die. He just quit Twitter.
Well, I know. Best debut indie for the best debut game created by a new independent studio: Neon White, Norco, Geography of Robots, Stray, Tunic, Vampire Survivors, Ponkel.
Vampire Survivors, I want to play because it's like going wild right now. Everybody's sweating this game.
Right.
So I'm gonna give my vote to that game.
All right.
Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, I picked Neon White. It's just so classy. All right.
Is that the one that's like super fast and like got the
Yeah,
slices
they
and
look
all?
like multicolor matrix.
But
Yeah,
very white, right? Like there's a lot of like white color.
I think so. I don't remember 100%. It was in Nintendo. Nintendo promoted it quite a bit. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, this category is pretty interesting, pretty exciting because this is the first ever Game Awards that will include Best Adaptation. This is an interesting one.
Oh man,
Because it's not a video
this is
game.
hard.
This is pretty hype, actually. But yeah,
This is
all
hard,
about recognizing
dude.
outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically
Dude.
adapts a video game to another entertainment medium.
This is fucking hard, bro.
I had my vote.
Oh,
I
don't
kind
tell
of knew
me
it.
yet because
But yeah.
what the fuck?
Now, number one, Arcane, League of Legends, Fortnite, whatever. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Studio Trigger, The Cuphead Show, Studio MDHR, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Seg Sammy Group, Uncharted, PlayStation Productions. I don't know. We had some pretty good
fuck
video
me,
game
dude.
adaptations, bro.
I'm gonna have to say,
Come on, make the right choice, bro.
I'm gonna say the Cuphead show.
Whoa! I picked Arcane.
Yeah, but see, Arcane you picked for the same reason I would have picked it
Why?
because it's beautiful.
And the show itself is really good.
Yeah, but we don't know that. We only
I saw the first two
watched the
episodes.
first 2 episodes, right?
I tell myself every night I'm gonna stay up and watch Arcane.
So, but this is the thing, right? Cyberpunk, same thing, stunning. We still only watched 2 episodes.
All right,
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie,
that's good.
it was all right.
It was
but
a
we
step
didn't-
up from the first one for
but
sure.
That wasn't huge. Uncharted, I loved Uncharted, but you know,
I mean, it's Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
it's more. It's actually more because it's Nathan Drake, which is my son's name.
Oh,
So, your brother's name.
Mhm.
So, but
did you just confirm we're family?
God damn it, we've done this many times, bro. But dude, we watched the fuck out of the Cuphead show,
It's
like
that-
on fucking repeat.
I know. It's honestly like the Cuphead show to be legit. Like it like obviously it doesn't look identical to the game, but it does as close as it gosh darn can. It doesn't follow strictly to the canon,
and it keeps the the feeling of it the same. Like I feel now that they should make a new Cuphead game that's actually more like the story of the show.
It took them 5 years to make DLC.
Yeah, I know, but that's because they're doing those boss battles. They need to drop that, and let's just get to
the running guns.
Well, just make it more of a story game. You can now because you have a
and
platform.
the voice acting. It was a little weird at first.
Get these characters in there.
Charming. Like,
they're all really good.
Like the video game was a foundation, but the show really brought the world to life.
Yeah, I do really agree with that. So I'm going with the Cuphead show.
All right, now
that was a good category.
Yeah, I'm very happy they brought it in. The most anticipated game. This one was instant. Easy. I saw it. I was like, oh, of course.
Starfield.
Yeah. Recognize the.
Oh my god.
Yeah, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably.
Jesus, you want to
demonstrably.
Demonstrably.
Jesus, sounds like a monster. Demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Long story short, I picked The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, so Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, which they just did a long-ass deep dive on Hogwarts Legacy. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, that shit is going to be good. Yeah. Resident Evil 4, which is a remake. I love how they're trying not to put remake or anything like that.
Meanwhile, Live Alive and Resident Evil 4 made it in. I mean, honestly.
So then there's Starfield.
Obviously,
and
the big
Legend
boy.
of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I see why you went Legend of Zelda. Okay.
The first one was incredible. So
it was incredible, but this is the thing. It's on the Switch.
I knew that was coming.
It's on the Switch.
And the funny thing is that it's undoubtedly the trailer's the best looking Switch game.
Can I tell you something right now? If they announced the Switch 2 yesterday and this was going to be on there, I would be voting for this game right now. Because I would say, oh my God, new Zelda, new Switch, what are they going to do?
The possibilities are limitless.
I already know what they're going to do. They're going up to the sky. Great. We were already floated around. That's not going to be new.
Funny as I thought it was going to be stupid, but the trailers actually.
Well, first of all, I mean, listen, nobody's doubting
thing.
that fucking Zelda is going to be amazing. I'm just saying that it's on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much more they're going to be able to do. And Starfield is the unknown. Starfield is from one of the greatest development teams
of all time.
Bethesda.
No, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little underwhelmed with this first trailer. I was hyped for it too, but it was a little like, okay, I expected more. It looks like a beefed up No Man's Sky.
Oh, Starfield?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But still,
it's gonna be phenomenal. Sure. And it's created the trilogy, the Holy Trinity. You have Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Starfield.
Doom was emancipated.
That Doom is not made by Bethesda.
What?
It's made by ID.
Oh, ID, and then they're owned by.
Well, Bethesda. Well, no, hold on. Sorry, Bethesda is the big. You're right. Bethesda, the big company, yes. But then there's Bethesda Game Studios, the actual developer Bethesda.
And id is Doom.
So there's the publisher Bethesda, and then there's the studio Bethesda. That's who makes Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and now Starfield.
Makes sense. And then for the rest of it, we got esports. I feel shitty not like
is
just
it really
clicking everything.
esports?
Yep, the rest of it. So I just click on whoever's face looks nicer, basically.
So best esports game is Counter-Strike, Dota, Rocket League, League of Legends, Valorant. It's gonna go Counter-Strike because that's like from old
way back when.
All right, the esports athlete. Jong Chovi Jihoon.
I picked Jong because it had the most unique name.
Ben Carrigan, Alexander Simple, Jacob. All right, I'm just gonna go based by the game they play.
League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global.
So I'm gonna do Counter-Strike Go. So Finn Carrigan Anderson or Alexander Simple.
Alexander.
I like how they write instead of Alexander is Alexander.
I'm pretty sure it's German or Russian, one of the two.
Probably like Polish or Russian.
Yeah, one of those funky
or Ukraine.
Languages.
Okay, so that's that one, and then you got best esports team: Dark Zero, FaZe Clan, Gen G, LA Thieves, loud.
Gen G I picked because, I don't know, it's Gen.G.
So I'm going to go based off the game.
Now it's
and
Counter-Strike.
I'm going to say LA Thieves for Call of Duty.
All right. Best coach. Esports coach.
Andre Blade, Matthias Biska, Eric Doombros, Robert Robin. Goal score. Dong Bin. I'm gonna go Robert Robin.
All right. Roban.
Who'd you pick for that one?
I don't remember. At this point, I was just like, okay, I just feel bad not picking something for esports.
Oh, esports event. Evo 22,
Evo, I picked Evo.
League of Legends, MLG, PLG, PGL,
PGL.
Midseason Invitational, Valorant Champions. Yeah, I'll do Evo.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Well, we made it to the end, ladies and gents.
Holy mother. We did it.
We actually did it. All right. So,
Okay.
that was it. The Game Awards 2022 nominees. You got our you got our what do you call it? Nominations, choices. What's the right word for it?
I guess our nominate. No, not the nominations. The nominations is the people who gave us the options.
No, nominees.
So now we voted.
Votes and predictions.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And generally what we picked, voting. Yeah. Oh my God, we didn't go over predictions too much, but I mean, we.
I say we. I mean, I guess by who we picked is what we predicted, but
I mean, I some of my picks, I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, I picked Live Alive RPG. No way that's gonna win. Elden Ring will 100% win. The best adaptation, I doubt Arcane or the Cuphead show's gonna win. I think most likely Cyberpunk because it literally brought a game back from the fucking dead.
So then, since that's the way you did it, let's just save it for the Madman podcast we do before the show.
That's right. We should probably do a preview.
So we'll do a prediction episode, and we'll have Doodle also weigh in on what she thinks going to happen. So we'll get a full prediction episode.
All right,
but
sounds fine.
You heard me vote. CMoney voted live.
Yes.
And you heard all of Madman's votes.
Oh,
what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to get Game of the Year? That's the big one that everybody wants to know.
The Game of the Year, the reason why we tune in, it's pretty exciting. And
Absolutely.
world premieres. And let's not forget
that's the reason I tune in. I love about the world premieres.
Yeah.
Or if there's a game that I really want to win, like this one, I'm waiting to see if
I'm always excited for just the Game of the Year. That's basically why I'm there.
Yeah.
And snacks. But yeah, all right.
Well,
so,
this was really fun.
We got a good
Share
amount
in
of
the
time
comments,
out of this.
man. Let us know who you guys picked. Did we make some stupid decisions?
Oh, well, we know we did. Don't be shy.
Who do you think's gonna win Game of the Year?
All right. This is us here, Mark Madman, and we'll catch you on our next podcast. Mark Madman out.